Hey, bless up, y'all. King Kevin in the building from KevinDover.com. Happy holidays. I hope all's well with you and your families and friends. Those you love and you enjoy spending time with. When money is not involved. That's how you know who your true family friends are. It's people you hang around with, you check in with when money's not involved. Everybody else is suspect, but those who you love being around with, you love talking, love eating with them, love chopping it up, and it's an exchange of energy that money can't buy. With that being said, I'm going to go across some few headlines that's been going on, things that have been on my mind. There's so many on my mind, so things that have been on my heart, and I've just been catching, little news and little clips here and there, or reading full articles, like what's going on right now with the Panama Canal. Donald Trump is trying to debolt the canal, taking it from the Panamanians, and is their canal, is on their land, And he said something that was false. First, he was saying Happy Christmas to everybody, and the Chinese soldiers who are holding down the Panama Canal, which is not true at all. It's not the Chinese holding it down. So I don't even know why he threw China's name in there. But he also said that 38,000 Americans died building that canal. That's also a lie. It was barely, if 6,000. Now, it would have been 35, 36,000 had it been, his math. And I question his educational level, but there was about 26, 28,000 Frenchmen who died trying to build that canal before the U.S. took over. And the U.S. built that canal in 1914. It took a minute to put it together. And so he said there was 38,000 Americans who died. So he just be making up things, throwing things out there. And I think he does that on purpose. He's a marketing genius. He knows how to get PR. There's really no PR to be given. But he does these things for attention and to start things. And I guess it's just one of them. That Panama Canal, the Panamanian government ain't going for it. You know what I mean? And the only reason why I ever even paid attention about the Panama Canal was when they had the president Noriega, the dictator, because he was a big drug trafficker. You know what I'm saying? For America, he was on the CIA payroll, and also directly with Escobar, Pablo Escobar, the Colombian drug lord billionaire who died back in the 80s. So that's what really. The only thing that really had me focus in on the Panama Canal. And then when I found out they finished building in 1914, and by the way, they charge anywhere from $1,600 to $3,500 to get past that canal. So truth be told, knowing Trump is about money, he really want to get free access or much lower taxes on passing through that canal, because that canal links the Atlantic Ocean with another ocean. But you have to go through that canal instead of you having to go all the way around South America. You go straight to the canal, you save time, money, gas, less accidents, things like that. So there's a lot of benefits from having that canal, but the Panamanian government really want to hold it down for themselves. So shout out to them. And I truly think that also Trump is trying to push his, how the Americans think, you know what I'm saying? This land is our land, which is the world is our world. So let's go ahead and take what we want, steal what we want, pay no taxes, rob from these countries, leave nothing behind for them. And which they showed you they did in Panama. They showed you what they did that also in Haiti. And so that's another reason why I focus on the canal, because, the canal was built in 1914, and then they invaded Haiti in 1915 to 1934. And so it's a 19-year occupation that literally starved Haiti, guaranteed, was to starve Haiti for generations to come. And the anarchy, the tyranny that we're seeing right now, the unrest, it has to do a lot with that U.S. occupation of Haiti. You feel me? And those policies that they passed are still going on to this day, because the U.S. under the Monroe Doctrine, the big stick policy on the Roosevelt, these people, these white supremacists, they understand if they are able to do certain things and make it seem like it's to aid a country or a nation, that and they can really hide their hand and still kill and destroy. You know what I'm saying? With the facade of aid. But anyway, moving on to the next subject. Finesse 2 times and his son, Young King. Now, I kind of stumbled upon this on YouTube because I really don't follow much rappers today. You know what I mean? Outside of Kendrick Lamar, outside of Soulja Slim. I mean, so Slim died some years ago. Rest in peace. Tupac, he died many years ago, a couple of decades ago. So, I don't really follow a lot of rappers or what's going on with them. I follow the politics, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, Fat Joe arguing with the FBA's fundamentally Black Americans, which is, I would love to get on Tariq's show to chop it up with him, man. Regarding the episode that he did a couple months ago regarding Haiti and jumping on that bandwagon that Trump put out there with the Haitians that were in Ohio State. So just some misconceptions and things, some facts I want to put out there for the fundamentally Black Americans. And to be honest with you, a lot of my supporters are Americans. A lot of people supported to my GoFundMe are Americans. So African Americans. So it would be stupid for me to, like, you know what I'm saying, go ham and put everything, out there just as a reaction to what they were saying. But me being a chess player, I don't react, I proact. I'm thinking ahead. So besides that, Finesse 2 times his son going back and forth. The Young King is, putting his daddy business out there. I mean, I thought when I heard about Young King that he was just this, young 19-year-old kid that just wild and crazy and got some crazy parents who ain't really teaching him no morals, no lessons. And I heard Charleston White talking about this Young King, a young boy, a lot of times, and I see the headlines, but I never really paid attention to it. But now I listened to, I caught the Finesse 2 times talking about, his probation officer calling him regarding a video of his son waving a gun in a live stream at Finesse 2 times house. So the little King, almost got him to go to jail because Finesse is on probation or parole or something like that. And that's a violation. You can't have, guns and weapons at your property or drugs or illegal activity, and you're not violating your probation. But, luckily the Young King was like, nah, that's a little BB gun. I was just flossing on TV, et cetera, et cetera. So that was kind of funny. And luckily he did that. He probably saved him going to jail, and spending unnecessary money or losing unnecessary money. But also the young man was saying how his father don't really have all the money he say he has because he melted, some other jewelry that he got from a jeweler that he owes money to, melted it and got some other jewelry made. And so that was just, it was funny to me that the young man who's exposed to everything his father is doing and rapping about that he's doing at the house, he's putting it on blast on TV. Also that the father's not giving the money he claimed he giving him, was supposed to be somewhere up to $5,000 a week or a month or something like that. He said, man, I barely get $1,000 for him, man. He might give me a couple thousand over here and there, but it's not nothing consistent or regularly. So whatever they got going on, and they're going back and forth via social media, that's a troubling precedent that they're setting there. Not just for their family, but for other people to think that's cool. It's just, instead of us being private about what we got going on, let's go ahead and put it out in the media. Let's go ahead and put it out there so everybody can know our business, everybody can discuss and put their 2 cents in. What happened to keeping business in-house? What happens in this house stays in this house. I 100% agree with that motto. However, when things are going on in the house that's criminal, that's troubling, horrific, it can't stay in that house. It needs to go to the authorities or someone somehow who can come and mediate that problem. solve that problem, what's going on in that house. So obviously they got issues going on, and there's so many more issues, man. It's so many troubling things that's been going on with families. This one guy killed his whole family because they wanted to punish him for sleeping at his girlfriend's house. So he kills the whole family. Young black kid kills the whole freaking family. He just lost a trial. The sister that was pregnant, he killed her and the baby. Brother, the mom, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, come on, man. What kind of world we living in? You feel me? What kind of world we living in? I just seen in the news some lady who stabbed another lady because she didn't like the tip that she gave her. Stabbed her to death. You gotta be crazy. We got to be crazy. So, whew. Anyway, moving along. Speaking of social media, beef and issues and trauma, what's going on with Travis Hunter and his girlfriend? Everybody's putting their 2 cents in on that one. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? It got to a point where I'm like, man, I'm tired of hearing about this girl, you know? So I finally listened to Godfrey, the comedian Godfrey from over in Africa. And he was, putting his 2 cents in, like, on her defense. Maybe she knows she's supposed to stand up at the Heisman ceremony. If you're at the Heisman ceremony, you're supposed to know you're supposed to stand up with somebody's award or something, especially from your camp. Let it know your fiance, soon to be husband. Now, when I watched the Heisman and I seen it, and I seen her sitting down, I'm like, why is she sitting down in my head? But I wasn't really worried about her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about kudos to Travis Hunter, because I was really rooting for him or Genty to get the Heisman. But I knew Hunter was going to get the Heisman because Charles Woodson, and I watched a day before an interview that he did on, what's the guy's name? Charles Rising, not Charles Rising, but Rising Show. The guy who be running, who be running a 40-yard dash at the combine. The white NFL reporter. He always has a coffee mug and his logo. You know what I'm talking about. But Charles Woodson, who's a legendary football player, he played for the Raiders. He played for Green Bay, and he went back to the Raiders. So I think when he played for those two teams right there. But in college, and he got a Super Bowl with Green Bay, by the way. In college, he played with Tom Brady. He was a cornerback and / receiver, just like Travis Hunter. But, Tom Brady wasn't the best back then, but they did enough to get the national title, which they wouldn't have won if they didn't have Charles Woodson, who was a dual threat, cornerback and receiver, but he mainly played cornerback. Nowhere near as many reps as T. Hunter has been doing. T. Hunter's going in the game 120, 130 snaps. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy work. But that's just the kind of genes he got and passion he has for the game and preparation, the skills, the talent, the know-how. And playing cornerback is not an easy position. Playing cornerback takes a lot of skill, takes a lot of dedication and discipline, and just hard hitting and speed. And he has all of the above. So, when Charles Woodson has said on that interview, and mind you, Charles Woodson won the Heisman himself, the first defensive player to win it. Now you have two people that have won it, T. Hunter and C. Woodson for University of Michigan. And Travis Hunter, University of Colorado. The last person who won to Colorado was Sham Salam, who's a running back. Blah, 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 blah. But when Woodson said that everybody he knows who has voting power, right? Everyone he knows has voting power for the Heisman committee, they all are voting for T. Hunter. So he didn't say how many people, he just simply stated everybody he knows who's on the voting committee, that they said they voted for Hunter. They've never seen nothing like him, his speed, his agility. And then I started thinking, like, damn, so Genty really don't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? But I was really rooting for Genty because, Genty is a fellow Haitian. So I had to, give props to him. I'm looking for my Haitian flag. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Genty is a Haitian from the Boise State, so I'll root for him. You know what I mean? This our flag. So, but I was just putting some good content out there, but I knew T Hunter was gonna win. I literally dropped that video 3 hours before. Moving forward at the ceremony, when the girl didn't stand up, I was like, why she ain't standing up? Because this is your fiance, right? Dion had to make her get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to tap, hey, get up. You know what I'm saying? So, but I knew at that, before Dion even did that, I knew that the whole world's watching. Because she's already on the verge of getting cussed out by every black woman in America, because T Hunter is black America's golden boy. You feel me? It's the golden boy. You know, he's going to bring a lot of money to the table, and a lot of black people in the black community looking like, okay, he's not going to take all this money and invest in a black woman, creating a black family. He's going to invest in this Mexican, half black, possibly half black, but she's definitely Mexican woman. So they're defending him, they're protecting him. You know what I'm saying? Even he might jump to go be with a white woman. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? He might have the jungle figure. Who cares? You love who you want to love. But the fact remains is African Americans hold this man in very, high reverence, and it makes sense because African Americans love football like crazy, right? It's like they worship the football gods. Like, they will put football before their children, some cases, and he put football before, and I've seen this as a mentor, a chess coach and mentor, Courage to Believe International. You go to thecouragetobelieve.com or kevindover.com, more information, my websites. I've seen parents put football before their children's future. No investment in the future other than football. And more than half the kids not even good. You feel me? They're not even good in football, and they're struggling with academics. I've seen this year after year after year. So people might be like, well, how did he know that? Because I'm in the trenches. I've been in the trenches for years on that. So, but anyway, now some videos leaked about the girl, you know what I'm saying, possibly, in the rap guy's video, or twerking, possibly at a strip club, working. And so she's not this, let's say, first lady of a church type resume. She doesn't have that type of resume. You know what I mean? But doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve a chance to become that type of woman, to fill that role, because what they're doing now while he's in college, in their onesies, eating KFC and Cheerios live on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, that's cute for now. But you step into a whole nother level when he gets to NFL. If she thinks that he's being approached or she's being hated on, now, when you get to that NFL level, now you got people who got hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars at their disposal to make you look some kind of way, you know what I'm saying, as a narrative. You're going to have to clean up who you hang around. You're going to have to clean up how you carry yourself. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, be there to really support him. He's going to be going through some storms in the NFL. Even though he's this excellent athlete, he's going to be going through a whole lot. And he's going to need a good, strong, solid woman on his side. And I hope that she can be that. I don't know if the things are true they're saying about her. Don't know, don't care. But what I do know is that if he's going to survive and thrive to this next level, he's not even in the NFL yet. They did the right thing, deactivating their Instagrams. Both of them did it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, Travis Hunter did it first. And they need to really seek out the truth on what's going on and what's her real intentions. Because she's showing all the signs, especially when she made a comment when he was taking pictures with his fans after the Heisman. You know, they had this room, booked, and just for him and his fans to come and take pictures and talk and chop it up. And she sit on the couch while he's taking pictures with his fans. Do I have to sit here all day? Like, come on, man. So she's showing that selfish side of her. She's making it public. People don't like selfish people. Even though we may be selfish, we don't like other selfish people. And she's clearly showing that on the world platform to display for everybody to see and to have something to say about it. I mean, everybody from, you have D.L. Hughley saying something about it. Godfrey, Dr. Umar, who tried to clap back. Who's that for? Des Bryant, something to say about it. Bow Wow, Lisa Ray, Tori Holcomb, And that's just people, and then God knows the list of podcasts who are jumping on that, man. I look at y'all comments on it. Do you think he should stay with her, break up, or just, ignore all the he say, she say, and just go ahead and marry her? Because they are due to get married next year, right before the NFL season. So God blesses to him. All right. Another thing I want to talk about is the Gates guy, who Donald Trump wanted to be his attorney general for, during his term as president starting 2025, a few days from now. To be honest, to have this guy Gates to be attorney general, he's already caught possibly because he had sex with girls under 18 years old, say paying them $200. You know what I'm saying? Paying women to do all kind of things to him and for him. Drug abuse and use. I mean, this guy didn't know what Trump finds people at. All these mega fans, make America great again. I always ask this question: when was America so great? When was America such a great country? Now, America is one of the top countries to live in. There's no doubt about that. Because of, if you've ever traveled around the world or been to other countries, it gets kind of ugly. No kind of rights. All this stuff we talk about Trump, man, in some countries you get killed talking about the president and leader like that. Assassinated on the spot. So we have some privileges. A lot of us going to the other countries thinking we got all these rights and privileges, and then the people, they quick to check you and make sure you know where you at. Where you from. Where you at. So but I definitely don't agree with Trump. He hasn't hired any black people to be part of his cabinet. And it's crazy because all these ass kissers who wanted to be these big Trump promoters, he just pretty much looking the other way. Man, I ain't even sweating, y'all. But anyway, man, this is King Kevin. I'm out. I just want to make a quick 2 cents to drop a quick video on different things going on in 2024, 2025. I'm looking to make some real good content videos. Finally use some of these cameras that I haven't been using. This, tripod with the light system is one of them. But I got a nice camera. Obviously, I updated my mask on the wall. I might even have a completely different background. But I definitely invested in some lights, cameras, tripods, and some nice content and books. And as a matter of fact, speaking of my book, I just want to give a shout out to Louis Joseph Janvier. He's a Haitian guy who wrote the book back in 1844, called Haiti for Haitians. So a lot of the content from my book, Americans and France's 1,000-Year War Against Haiti, Assassination, is due to be released 2025, and this is one of the key bits of research that I found when I went to New York at the Schomburg Research Library Museum up there in Harlem. And as a matter of fact, I got this discovery down the street. Anyway, man, bless up, much love, God bless. Happy New Year's.